Hi, everybody. So I'm back with Crystal. We're going to talk about the liver today. And I'm probably going to put this in the playlist with the digestion because it's all been instigated from something going on within my body. But I think a lot of people have been having, upgrades. We're having issues with the body just in general. And Crystal knows a lot about the body. So we're going to be talking about that. Um, so thank you for coming, Crystal.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Before I get too in depth here, I just wanted to say when I did that body scan, I was told work on your liver first. We can't detox you until we do that because there were heavy metals in the liver. And we're going to talk about all the things that I used, but how does the liver actually work? I think is really important. And Crystal's going to tell us about that.
Yeah, so the liver is really important to the body. It has a few main functions, which include um, metabolism of nutrients. So when you eat something, it goes through your digestive system and it breaks it down into small pieces, and then um, ideally your gut flora breaks it down small enough it can be absorbed through your small intestine into your bloodstream, and then that all goes to your liver for processing. So your liver knows what to do with the carbohydrates, the fats, and the proteins. So it's a pretty integral part of the digestive process. It's kind of like the final stage, getting it from the digestive system into your body where it needs it. Also, a main role of the liver is detoxification. So, from excessive alcohol use or drugs and medications or environmental toxins, as you mentioned, heavy metals. Um, so it can only handle so much. So if we have a lot coming in, then it kind of gets overloaded. And like you said, we have to detox the liver before it can start functioning properly again. Um, it also produces bile, which aids in the digestion of fats so that they can be absorbed. And that's important because most vitamins are fat soluble. So we need the fat in order to absorb the vitamins. Otherwise, they just go right through us. The liver also stores essential vitamins and minerals that are integral to many other body processes. It's synthesizes important proteins that are part of blood clotting or maintaining fluid balance in the blood and transporting hormones and fatty acids around the body. And it also plays a role in immune function. So,
So it's doing so much. I think there's over 500 processes that the liver does. It's one of the only organs that regenerates, which is really important. And really, it's the main organ that you have to deal with first when you're going to detox. Another thing is you want to detox your anger as well because it holds all the anger. So if you're unhappy with something that's happened and you're hanging on to it, you want to detox that as well, those emotions as well. So I had to do that. And then I detoxed the liver. And I'm still detoxing the liver now as I detox the rest of my body. Like I'm supporting my liver through the process. So some of the things that I'm taking to do that are sulforaphane, which I'll put the link to the one that I'm using below. And that comes from the broccoli seed. And a lot of people will sprout broccoli seeds and then eat the sprouts. And if you freeze them, then I think you get more sulforaphane. But I just got a pill because I'm like, not going to do all that stuff. I have other things going on. So that is what I've been doing is taking that and milk thistle. So I've been taking a certain kind of milk thistle that really is kind of a amped up version, I guess, of milk thistle. And I'll share that below. Um, and then I've been taking glutathione. So why is glutathione so important, Crystal? I think you had some information about that.
yeah. Um, So glutathione is like a super powerful antioxidant. So it can basically go through our body and scrub up all the oxidizing molecules that um, they change other molecules that they come into contact with. They can steal electrons from them, just create like a cascade of free radicals that everything it touches, it damages. So antioxidants are really important. And it can also kind of take the load off the liver by taking these things, helping to detox different toxins and pollutants and metabolic byproducts and things like that.
Yeah.
It neutralizes free radicals and it can help prevent damage to the liver that way.
Yeah. So I'm taking that now, and my favorite brand you guys already know is Serona. And it's one of the only, I mean, it's the only one that I know of that is stable. So it's stable for 2 years because the glutathione molecule is very unstable once it's been separated, or I don't really totally understand it. But I have other shows with Ethan where he explains it better. But this is the precursor to glutathione. So I'm also taking that because I want to make my own because that slows down. And I think that program will go away. The whole aging program will go away, but we're still, processing it out. But basically, this will create this. So I'm doing both because I want to create my own. And I also want to have enough in my body right now. So I'm taking both of them. And I'm also taking nanosoma. And nanosoma is for the nervous system, a lot of it. It does a lot of different things, and you can look up what they do. There's a lot of testimonials, but for me, it's really helped just my overall health. And I think that for other people, it's done some pretty amazing things. So I'll let you guys research that on your own, and I'll probably do a show about it soon. But if I find something that really works for me, that really helps me, then I tell you guys about it. At first, I just dabbled with this stuff, which is my MO. I just dabble with things at first, and I don't necessarily take it every day and, all that kind of thing. But when I learned what it could do for my liver and I was working on my liver, I started taking it every day. Like I was, really utilizing it, and it's really helped a lot.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the glutathione is actually produced in your cells and a lot in the liver. But if it's bogged down with all these toxins and metals and things, taking something like this can really help take the load off the liver. And that's what the elixir is. It the elixir that's the glutathione from Serona?
Yeah, the elixir is the glutathione, and it's shelf stable, I think, for 2 years, which a lot of people go in and get like an IV for that. And that IV has to be 24 hours old or less.
Mhm.
That's how fast it breaks down. So the ability to make it stable and just to go under your tongue, that's big.
I think
That's a big
another
deal.
key, yeah, another key thing about the Serona products is that he makes them nano-sized, whereas most other glutathione or maybe even NAD is not small enough to get inside the cells. So the nano-sized particles, not nanotech, but nano-sized glutathione, it can actually get inside the cells, whereas other stuff just kind of like goes through the body, and it might help. You'll feel maybe good for a while, but this actually can go directly inside the cells where it would be created if everything is functioning properly, which I think most of us know that there's a lot of stuff going on in our world and environment that can create toxicity in the body, and we just need these things that can help us
Yeah. Yeah,
support.
I totally agree with that. And it goes under your tongue, so it goes directly into the bloodstream. and gets in there. And basically, it excites the mitochondria. It's good for the mitochondria,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
Um, Go ahead.
good antioxidant. It helps with detoxification and waste removal. It helps regenerate other antioxidants in the body, like vitamin C and E. It helps with cell repair and immune support. Um, and I have a background in biomedical, biomedical area, and honey, you've done nutrition and healing and all these things, and neither one of us are doctors, and we're just talking about our own experience and knowledge and encouraging you to do the same and research these things yourself. Um, and I didn't realize that NAD was the precursor. That's really interesting.
I
That
think it
is
is, yeah.
lucid. Yeah. Um, yeah, it also helps with cellular repair and energy production and metabolism. So it can do many things, actually.
Yeah, and if your liver is off kilter, then it kind of throws the whole body out of whack, which is, I mean, I'm very grateful that I did this first. I don't think my body would have handled it very well if I had started a parasite cleanse, which is what I'm doing now, um, before. Like my liver wasn't ready for that. And to get rid of the heavy metals is really big. So,
Mhm.
and we are talking about just our own experience here. We're not recommending anything. You guys figure it out. We will have links below, but we're not doctors and we're not saying this is going to do anything for anybody, but it is doing things for us. So, I also want to talk about the emotional stuff with the liver. So I've been doing a lot of inner child stuff recently, and I think that we are all working on that. And your inner child could be hiding hidden anger. So, really thinking about childhood and the human experience of your childhood is really important in forgiving things because a lot of us have been hanging on to things since maybe we were before we were born even. So those moments, that time where you look at your inner child, I would take some time every day and really release those things. And we did just do a workshop, but I will have it out as a recording soon so that other people can still get in. A lot of people wanted to get into the second class, and once the first class starts, you can't do that. So, um, just caretaking your inner child right now is probably one of the most massive things that a person could do for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and really doing the two things together, like addressing things at the energetic level. So you could take these products and they will help your physical body to detox and cleanse and repair, which is absolutely fantastic. But if you still have that energy kind of stuck in your body, it's going to attract the same things right back, whether or not they're the same substances, or it'll basically attract the same experience until you get rid of this energy because it's magnetic. I mean, it draws experiences to you. So doing them together, releasing the energy of anger while at the same time supporting the physical liver with things that help to detoxify it and repair it, really work really well hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like to heal the emotional part and the physical part at the same time almost, but recognize the emotional part first. So that's why body work is so amazing. Like if you go and have body work done, um, a lot of people will cry. They will release all kinds of stuff, and it's because the emotion is being released from the body. And if you want to rub your feet or pull on your ears or rub your palms, your hands, feet and ears are probably easiest to deal with. And that's reflexology. So you could always go to an acupuncturist as well, but all of your organs are represented in the ears and in the feet. So working with yourself with, manual body manipulation is really important as well. And you can do that for free. So wherever it hurts, this came from my parents, wherever it hurts, that's where you want to rub the hardest on your feet. And pulling on your ears kind of like really enlivens all of the organs for the day. So a lot of people are doing that now. There's like a whole movement of people that are pulling on their ears every morning and getting their organs kind of activated. Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about glutathione, how it helps to protect, detoxify, and heal the liver. And it does other things in the body. We're just focusing on the liver. So it does those things. And then NAD is the liver's cellular energy and repair currency. So it provides the raw materials for energy and repair for the liver. You talked about sulforaphane, which is found in cruciferous vegetables, which you did say broccoli sprouts are the richest source. It's also in broccoli, kale, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. And that is, I mean, you can eat all those foods and they're delicious. It might take a lot to get as much as you need, but it's always great to add these things into your diet just to
Mhm.
supplement or keep those things present if you can't always take like a concentrated pill, which would be good to do also. But the main things I have for sulforaphane is that it activates the body's master detox pathway. It boosts glutathione production. It reduces inflammation and fibrosis, protects against fatty liver disease. So when we eat too much carbohydrates, the liver stores it as glycogen, which is what's inside fat cells. And if we have way too much of it, maybe it's stored in different parts of our body. It starts to be stored on our organs, which is not great. So it will reduce that fat accumulation in liver, improves insulin sensitivity, and lowers oxidative stress in the liver, which is great.
Mhm.
Uh, and then there's some potential
I didn't even
protection.
know all those things.
Well, I just did some research
Yeah.
before this. Um, and then it's potentially protective against things that might lead to cancer. So it can neutralize carcinogens, promote apoptosis, which is like cell turnover. So like if you have damaged cells, your body would naturally see, oh, the cell is damaged, but there's still some good parts to it. We can break it down and turn it into something else
Mhm.
before it turns into like a mutated cell that would lead to cancer or something. Um, but yeah, that's what I have on sulforaphane. Do you notice a difference when you're taking it?
Yeah, I definitely don't have any inflammation. When we were on vacation, I live at 8,500 feet. So when I go down to sea level, usually I puff up, like my legs, everything just kind of expands. It's like my body's like, what are you doing? Um, we've just went to a different, just like people who have, what is that called? The bends. When they come out of the deep ocean, they've been diving in the deep ocean and they have to basically come up slowly. I think that is part of the altitude thing too. So the different pressure that is exerted on the body. And I came through that before the vacation ended, which was really nice. Probably about a week and a half in, I wasn't swollen anymore. And also, I noticed just letting go of two foods really helped that too. And one of them was tomato, and the other was corn. So when I didn't eat tomato or corn in Italy, so I was eating the white pizza you know. But I could eat everything in Italy, which was fabulous, except for tomato and corn. And when I let go of those two things, my whole body was like extremely happy. And we've been in Hawaii in May for an event, and I was miserable in my body during that time and extremely swollen. So it definitely helped a tremendous amount, I would say. Yeah.
Great. Um, the the last substance we were talking about is milk thistle. So this is a plant. Um, it's also a powerful antioxidant and free radical scavenger. So all these things are working really well together. And I think they're all slightly different. Um, they have maybe the same end result, but they work in different ways. So it's good to kind of like have a couple at once. But yeah, it's antioxidant and free radical scavenger, supports detoxification and enzyme function, which enzymes are great for breaking down proteins, um, and most things in the body. Like a lot of reactions are either enzyme, protein type things going on. Promotes liver cell regeneration. So that's awesome. As you're detoxing with these other substances, you're providing energy and then repair, and then this is helping with regeneration. Um, it's got anti-inflammatory and anti-fibrotic effects. Also protects against fatty liver disease and alcohol damage, and may improve liver enzyme levels. So that's awesome. How do you feel about milk thistle?
I love it. I know my enzymes were really out of whack. And I noticed as we traveled, like the more planes we went on, and I think this is because of that scanner, um, the more weird my digestion started to get. And by the time we got home, it was pretty off again. And it didn't take very long to bring it back. So that was really beautiful. Like, a lot of us have been experiencing wacky digestion, and it's really turned around for me quite a bit. It's not perfect yet because I'm still detoxing, but in general, it's like night and day in comparison to how it was before I started all this. And one of the things that I really did and was sit with myself and say, listen, this may take a while, and I'm going to go through all the steps, and I'm not going to try and fast forward to the end because it doesn't work and it's not honoring the body. And I think most of us are really aware of our body right now, and we've been going through lots of purges or we've had lots of different things happen. And really honoring the body right now is where I'm at, and taking care of my body and making sure that I'm continuously improving my health versus trying to do something that, like, this is the answer, this is going to fix everything, and I'm just going to do this one thing. And that just doesn't work. It's a way to bypass the whole process of healing your body step by step. So that was the one of the biggest things for me, is to basically heal the emotional part that didn't want to heal, finding it, and then going through, yes, I'm going to go on this health journey and I'm going to do each part of the journey. I'm not going to try and speed it up. Yeah. So for me, that was the biggest thing. So I hope that helps everybody, and that, you learn about some of this stuff, and mostly you learn about yourself and start thinking about, what can I do for my own body right now? Because a lot of people have gotten sick, or they're purging, or they're going through some kind of emotional thing or whatever, and all of it's connected. Yeah.
Yep.
So I want to thank you, Crystal, for explaining all of that, for doing the research,
Of course.
which is very good. And I really appreciate your knowledge when it comes to the body because I just wing it when it comes to the body. And I do have a nutritional, certification. But I think that understanding the way that the body actually processes things is very important.
Mhm.
And it's really helpful right now.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, thank you. All
Thank
right,
you.
everybody. Is there anything else that you can add? Do we have anything else that we forgot?
Um, I think that was all we had, really.
Okay, awesome. All right, love you guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.